Alright, we're at the air mission phase for my move, and I am the Contras. I got a bit of a conundrum. My little spot here, my little build-up spot, my little block, my little caisson, or whatever. Unit down there, I think he's reorganizing and make sure. Oh, he just doesn't have no zone of control. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. He'll be in zone of control here in a bit. He's a regular unit though. Let me see here real quick. Yeah, he counts as 2 stat. Oh, he's also out of. He's also hurt. He's also 1 step loss. So that's not good. Anyway, down here, my old CIA helicopter has a capacity of 2 units. It's a bummer to waste it. But I can't put any more regular units there because I also already have 1, 2, 3 stacking points there. You're allowed 5 stacking points. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to bite the bullet and waste his capacity and just take the Special Forces unit. Now we can go double our movement allowance on this, and we won't fly over any enemy units. So these bull boys here will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got a range of 6. He can go double. I'll land my Special Forces there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 stacking points. But more importantly, I'll have my CIA helicopter. So I'll have me like at least 2 column shifts. And that helicopter also provides 2 more attack factors. So all in on that hex there. So there you go. That's as strong as I can make that hex. Now this little helicopter here can only carry 1, so that means I'm going to have to leave 1 of these infantry behind. And that's kind of a pain in the butt. I wanted to get that whole hex move, which I could have if I went somewhere else, but we have to put all of our eggs in one basket on this one. We have to hold off on there and hopefully withstand the attack. We got more air missions coming, but I just wanted to take care of that one first. We got fixed wing aircraft at our air groups. And we still have a lot more helicopter transports that can take place during the air mission phase or the helicopter transport phase. So there's 2 of them, but we'll take care of them here in this phase first. We'll be right back. All right, then with our Contra UHUE with a 1 unit capacity, we're going to move one of our AR DE units, and he's going to fly straight on up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and join this 1 in supply unit next to we're going to maybe get us a little attack going on here. He only has a 1 defense factor. We got to take advantage of that. We'll see if we can muster up. We'll be back. Alright then, so there he is. All these boys are in supply. I think there's going to be more to come in this hex, or some hex around here. I'm pretty sure this hex here. Zoom out so I can see what you're seeing. Now as far as more helicopter units, we have 1, 2, 3 hexes more. Let me find out where I want them to be. Either paradropped, helicopter assaulted, or just transferred, troop transported. We'll be back. Alright, then our Special Forces unit right here is going to jump on a chopper. That's underneath him. We'll load him on up and he'll just move 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes. We're going to land him here for our little attack against this airfield and a victory point hex. Got to start cleaning these things on up back here while we were holding them off right here. And like I said, this is the main. It's just only a trail. There's certain other trails they could take over here too, but here you go. You can see what we got going on. Having a great time with this game. We'll be right back. Alright then, there's our little hex with all of our forces. The only unfortunate part of it is, if we do attack this hex, somebody's got to be sacrificed to attack that hex. And that's Cuban engineers and probably a nice little fat infantry unit there. Alright, but the unfortunate thing for him is when he attacks, he's got to attack this hex, this hex here, has to attack this hex, and these hexes. So it ain't looking real good for him. We got him pretty well surrounded. It ain't too bad. We do have some more chopper capable units here and here. Find out where they go. Be right back. Alright, then my ATRP FDN parachute capable units will load on up, and they will move from there to down here. And it's a bunch of hexes away. Let's read this off ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He could double that capacity at 6, turns into a 12, so he'll unload them. And another thing is, even though the Sandinistas don't have any intercepting aircraft because they've used all theirs, their electronic warfare or early warning complex has been suppressed. And it'll be suppressed through this turn, I think through next turn too. So there you go. He will unload in that spot. There's the before. And there's the after. And we took off the no zone of control marker because he now has at least 2 defense factors there. More importantly, across the river. I mean, Sandinistas can always come around this way and flank us, but right now, as the attacks go, we really need this river defense. You can see we're taking full advantage of that -2 die roll modifier. Be back. Last but not least, we have the old leg FDN Infantry Battalion, I believe that is. More importantly, he's got that 2 defense factor. And he is also going to load up on a Huey. So we'll do it like this. Bam, bam. Loaded and ready for transport. Be right back. Alright, well, I was going to fly him on in here to the poor boys with a 1 defense factor, no zone of control, but I just remembering that we do have a second disbandment phase, so we can get rid of him. Hopefully he passes our next one, so he can hopefully disband. We're going to helo that regular unit onto this hex because these little boys are behind her, but they only got a 2 defense factor. That'll give them 4. So there's our destination. This will be the before and the after. The old boys have flown on in, and like I said, more importantly, can't be detected, number 1, because the Sandinistas have used up any interceptions. There are a bunch of units here. If I fly over them, you can kind of see here that they have anti-aircraft capability. So can't fly over these hexes. They'll stinger me, or whatever the Soviet era equivalent to a stinger was back then. I'm sure it began with a K. Let me see what we got going on here. All right, let me go ahead and zoom in and fix this hex right on up. And that is the after. All right. Well, I believe we will have some, I don't know about the air missions. I guess they'll mostly be bombardment missions. I do have attack going on there, but the bad thing about that is it'd be against the anti-aircraft units. Don't know if we want to send any close air support on that one. Oh, we do have our CIA unit there, but we'd have to attack both of these hexes, so I think we're mostly defense. If I do send some air units for attacks, it'll be bombardment missions against some of these units here, I guess. I'll just look that over. Let me get everybody straightened out the right side up, and we will continue with the air mission phase. My air mission phase, and then my ground combat phase. Chores and family are calling, so we will have to continue this later. Join us in Central America. Alright then, real quick, this is the map. Get everybody straightened out. Oh, now my rear here is weak, totally weak, but if he wants to attack it, he'll have to cross the border and release all the Honduran units to my disposal, and that's a whole different deal. So it depends on if you want to do that. You never know. It's a good game. But there's my forces. That's what's going on. I don't know if I have too many combats, except maybe the attack on the old airfield. And we still got some air missions left. I'm going to have to do maybe 1 or 2 hexes. We'll bombard some of these units, make sure they don't have any anti-aircraft. Call it a video. Maybe. Oh, we'll be back. Alright, so that will be it for the rotary bladed, or rotary winged, rotary aircraft, I guess is what I'll say. We're ready for some fixed wings air missions. Now, I only have these units here with a total of 4 bombardment factors. I definitely want to give me at least this old boy here with its 2 bombardment factors on the close air support on this attack on that airfield. but I need at least 3 bombardment factors to bomb a unit. So I don't know if I really need to bomb a unit as bad as I really need to get support for this. So if I use my 2 factors for a +2 die roll on this combat, I won't have any factors for bombardment because I need at least 3 and I only have 2 left over. So there you go. We will be using, put these units back in the available. This is from Air Group 3. We'll move into the used. Our marker will come from Air Group 3 all the way up here. His target will be, oh, well, you know what? I don't know if I want to target him either. Yeah, I'll just see what's up with that. I can't target him because he's got an anti-aircraft unit there. Hold on a second, we'll be right back. Alright, well, I don't know where I left off at. But anyway, we're done with the rotary aircraft, the helicopter, part of the air mission phase. And now I'm debating what I need to do with my fixed-wing aircraft. I was going to go for a close air support mission, give these guys a die roll modifier. Unfortunately, there's an anti-aircraft unit there. We don't want to take a chance, so we're all going to take off from Air Group 3. All my units, all my air units. There you go. You look down there at the lower left, 2, 3, and 4 bombardment factors. Their target is going to be the Cuban unit. The only problem is I'll have to roll with a -1 die roll modifier because of his terrain. He's in some real rough mountain terrain. It's helping my units, but not good for bombardment missions. That's all I got. And so I'll be rolling with a -1 die roll modifier. And I need a 5 or a 6. So I guess I got to roll a 6 to do that. Let me look and see if I want to do that. Now there's a good modifier on these armor units. But unfortunately, all the armor units got anti-aircraft with them. So that's not good. Same with the mechanized infantry. Yep. So I might pick another target. I don't know if I want to go for. We need to find somebody in the open. Ha. Let me check that out real quick. Be right back. All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and change targets. It's a little bit better terrain than the rough. Let me see. There's no modifier there. Well, maybe there might be. Let me see. It occupies a swamp, forest, jungle, or mountain jungle terrain. It does not say nothing about a. There you go. Swamp, forest, jungle, or mountain. Alright, so we don't get no modifier off that. So we'll go for that. Oh, sorry about that. There's a regular Nicaraguan ground unit underneath that insurgency unit. He's a 2-3, 2 attacks, 3 defense. We'll go for him. We'll go on the V-log and check out the die roll with no modifiers this time. Need a 5 or a 6. We'll be right back. Alright, don't get much better than that. We'll take that out to get me a lottery ticket today. Oops. Let's mess with that. We'll flip him over. He takes 1 hit. Put him on the bottom then. Got some housekeeping to do. I'll be back. Alright. So we got a Nicaraguan regular unit down here underneath these units. It took a hit. He's on the very bottom. It gave him a step loss, and it is a result of these 3 units taken off from Air Group 3 and delivering 4 bombardment points. Them are the numbers down in the lower left-hand corner. Those letters following it are counterinsurgency modifier, so I think they might be doubled when they try to stop insurgency units from forming. We'll be right back. Alright, I believe that is it for air missions. We come back. Ground combat. Well, I got 1 combat, I do believe. Let me look over the board, make sure everything's good to go. And we'll be back with our attack on the victory point hacks. An airfield. And then we'll get an airfield. An airstrip is 1 victory point by turn 12. Huh. That's all we get. Let me see, is that a supply source also? Nope, it's just an airstrip. Alright, well, we'll have to hang on to it. It's a good spot to hang on to. But there you go. We'll have a little attack going on there. We'll be right back. Alright, first of all, one of these units here ought to be a sunk-off attack against the Cubans and the regulars. So we find out who our sacrificial lamb will be. Oh, it might have to be one of these insurgent units. Yeah, that ought to be it. There ain't much here for the attack, so be right back. Alright, so this whole is that the PAR or FAD Nicaraguan Insurgency Battalion taking on Cuban engineers and a regular Nicaraguan infantry battalion. They have a defense of 3, so it's a 1-to-5 attack. It's some really bad terrain. So soak-off, total meeting of soak-off. Here you go. Initial combat ratio 1-to-4. And hold on a second. Oh, we'll be looking for column shifts. There you go. Already know engineers, yes, but you can't get any further over. So that's about as far over as you can get for the bad guys. Special forces, no. Tank, no. Attack, helo, no. And the CIA ground unit has been eliminated. Now for die roll modifiers of a soak-off attack. Attacking across the river, no. Fort entrenchment, no. City, town, or port, no. Insurgency unit included in the defense, no. Bombardment points, none, but insurgency unit was included in the attack, so it'll be a +1 with its current ratio being right here. Roll with a +1, and I'll show you what the vlog result was. Hopefully it's a high number. All right, we got the high numbers going, and it's a 5, so we get a 6. No matter what, he'll have to retreat. We'll see how bad he is. Okay, it'll be a 1 step loss of retreat 2 hexes for this insurgency unit right here. Take a step loss, and he'll just disband in the upcoming disbandment phase. Flip him over towards the supply source. Will be 1, 2. Move him here upside down, signified he is on his way out. Okay, well, he took the loss, so that these boys here can all attack here. That'll be a 1. Only two attack factors on this sucker, but they're attacking an airstrip. It's only defended by 1 defense factor, so it'll be a 2-to-1 attack, and that is a lightly. So that's just a forest with a 2-to-1 initial combat ratio. There you go. Forest to swamp, 2-to-1 attack. All right. Now, for column shifts, artillery, no. Engineers, none. Special forces, yes. So I will get a column shift in my favor. The current combat ratio will now be 1 to the right. There you go. Alright. Tank, no. Attack helos, none. CIA ground unit, no. So there's our initial ratio. Now we'll be looking for die roll modifiers. I am not attacking across the river, or am I? I better not be. I better not be. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright, -2 on that. Fort entrenchment, no. City, town, or port, no. Insurgency unit included in the defense, no. Bombardment point, none. Insurgency unit included in the attack, yes. So we're attacking with a -1. So there you go. -1 attack from this hex to this hex. Unfortunately, I'm crossing a river I didn't know about, but it's a -1. Not too good. We will show you what the result is up here. -1. Be right back. Our attack gets killed. It was a 0. So let's go over here. 0. Oh, we can stay put. There you go. 0. All the way over. We get to stay put. We gotta take a hit. Alright, well, that is a messed up attack on that one. Ouch. Who will take the hit? I don't want my special forces, so I guess our ARDE units will take it. There's 2 helicopters there to get us out of harm's way if we need to be, but yeah, the big no-go on the attack. I think that'll be it for the combats. Not much combats here. We're mostly defensive. We're definitely hoping to take that. That is a crusher. Anything but a bad die rolls, key die rolls, not good. All right, let me make sure everything's good here. He is no zone of control. This boy down here who moved moved in there. He's got to get it in supply because he's in supply. He was originally there. There you go. We're all in supply in that hex, but it's all good. Oops. Wargaming full power with a little anti-aircraft unit. Held off. And the key thing was attacking across a freaking river. I think that's going to be it for my ground combat. Next when we come back, it'll be reserve movement. We won't have none of that. But we will have a second insurgency to spam it phase. Be back. Alright then. The second insurgency to spam it phase for the Contras. We can go ahead and do this one again. We need to get these old boys out of here. What's in no zone of control? And another boy. Everybody there in the clear, we want to get out, so we'll roll for that right now. Let's see here. Insurgency command table. We will get a -1 because they're home country. So I'll show you the results of the vlog first roll, and we'll go for the guy with the no zone of control that is facing the big old stack. Be right back with a -1. Alright, well, my correction is a +1 on that, and he is in the clear. So he'll have a 4. Oh, look at this. He doesn't make it. He's still stuck there. Oh. Alright, next boy is taking a step loss. He'll get a +1. We need a high die roll. We'll be right back. Alright, it'll be a 7 with a +1. So boy here gets the skedaddle. He'll be placed back in a stack of insurgency units in my pool of insurgency units to come back next phase. Alright, there's another one out here, but this guy's going to make it. He's in the jungle, and if it's thicker the terrain, easier. It makes sense. Easier just to disband. And we'll show you what his role is. Alright, he's out of there with a 6. So he will go into my pool of insurgency units. It'll come back full strength. Let me make sure I ain't got any more. Whoever's taking a step loss, I want to disband. We'll be right back. Alright, and on to the helicopter transport bays. I thought about bailing these boys out. They got helicopter transports, but that would just be less of a hex. If this boy wants to attack, he's going to attack these 3 hexes. So if I bail these guys on out, which I thought about, that'll just make it easier for these guys to attack everybody else over here, especially my Caisson hex. So that way, I'll have to bleed off an attack on these boys since I got special forces there anyway. So I think that'll be it for transport. There's also helicopter transport capability here. I'm going to keep them there. Transport helicopter capability here. We're going to keep that unit there. It's turned only on its side, which means it still has a mission left. If they attack there, he can provide close combat, defensive close combat support. Alright, next is return to base. We won't be doing any of that. Demolitions. Let me check that out real quick. We'll be right back. No real demos yet, so we'll go over here. And this will be a quick movement to repair now. Oops. Reinforcements, I have none. And down to my end of turn phase. We'll call this a video, and when we come back, it'll be the supply check phase, and that'll be a supply check phase for everybody, not just the communist. Alright, 2 supply check phases. Oh, sorry about that, bad camera work. 2 supply phases, it says in the rules. My supply phase, we check both of you for supply in this one here, and in this one here, so we'll call it a video. Key thing is he has still not eliminated any units. I have my full complement of units on the board. We'll see what goes on with his attack. Hopefully I got the spots pretty well beefed up as well as I could. There is the old unit that just got left behind back here, but it'll be interesting. He's at his what do you call it? He's chomping at the bit to get his moves in, so let me hurry up and get this vlog out to him, and we'll see what his moves are all about. Have a great time with Central America, the Contra Drive.